What I'm about to showcase to you guys is something that is apparently dead, but to me it's not dead. This is basically the Unreal Engine, but made for console. And this is exclusively for PlayStation users. When it was released for PS4, I thought this was the greatest thing, and you can still play it on the PS5. This is where the community can come together with whatever their imagination has to offer. You can recreate games, create any type of game you want, create any type of scenery, art, whatever your mind desires. And right here, which I'm starting to play for you guys, is where somebody recreated the Unreal trailer for whatever that trailer was and made it inside of this game, which is called Dreams. Yes, somebody visually and handcrafted everything from that trailer that the Unreal Engine showcased, and somebody done it in Dreams, which is ridiculously amazing in my opinion, because if you guys never played Dreams, well, you won't know how actually difficult this is to pull off. Now, to me, I thought, this is easy to do. But when I got my hands on Dreams, found out how difficult, which you guys are going to see later on in today's video, how actually difficult this is. It's pretty amazing what people have done as a community throughout the years since this game was released, of what they was able to recreate and or create brand new for the community to enjoy throughout the years to come. I mean, this platform is absolutely amazing, and I'm shocked that apparently it died out. But still, what they was able to accomplish with this was mind blowing. So I'm gonna let you guys pretty much enjoy a little bit of what I've witnessed, because what I'm about to present to you guys is what you're basically able to do, and from showcasing from other creators within this game, what they was able to accomplish with this game as an engine for PlayStation, and what the possibilities were when this game was apparently alive. But like I said before, apparently this game died out. So all you see right here is me just going through this guy's creation of what he pretty much done with the controller or whatever he used. You can also use VR and all that good stuff. But yeah, when I got my hands on, which I'm going to come back to you guys after you guys enjoy the sights, sounds, and scenery, and a little bit of gameplay from me experiencing from others, I'm going to break down what I have accomplished within this game. And, basically I wanted to make another football game, but that was highly doubtful. Anyways, enjoy. I'll be back near the end of the video. So as you guys can see, you can have somebody that's very good at graphic visuals and they're not the greatest at putting the game together, and then vice versa. You get somebody that's amazingly with the game logic and able to make a game that's playable and not the greatest at making graphics. And then you got people that are decently good at both. For me, as you guys see right here, yeah, I'm not the best at anything. And it's been like that for a very long time. So right here, you guys see that I'm just looking at another person's creation. So this is a great thing that this game slash engine has to offer, is that people can make creations and you have the ability to, which they call remix, recreate what they created and make it your own way or make it better, whatever the case may be. So I'm just looking, trying to figure out certain stuff, what I need to change, and just looking at this logic system. So this is like a reimagine of coding. So instead of using coding lines, they use like these logic, which I think this is much more easier, and I think this is much more easier than what Unreal Engine has to offer, because I messed with Unreal Engine and my boy, I was completely lost in that. Just like this, I'm completely lost as well. But you guys can see how it's kind of sorted in a way, but at the same time, if you don't know what the hell is going on, you can be just as confused as I am. As you guys see here, like, I don't know what all this is. I don't know where it's all going. Even though it's labeled, I still don't know. Like, the person that made this car, which is a very destructible physics car, is kind of crazy the amount of work he puts into it. Now, not only are they dealing with like simple logic, but they're also putting in sound effects and all that good stuff as well, designing visually, graphically. So yeah, when it comes to creating a game, it's a very, very headache, as you guys see here. And at this point, I don't even know what I was trying to do. I kind of was just showcasing this for example of what these people go through. So all that simple stuff that you guys just seen from the visual aspect and then from the gameplay. So imagine that, but behind all of that is what this is. This is behind the scenes. And like I said, I give hella props to the people that create all that stuff. Like that mini GTA game that I was playing, I thought that was so freaking impressive, because I'm like, man, this is so basic, but it's like, how did he do it? And then I go and look into people's creations, and this is what the hell I'm seeing. Like, how the hell? So I end up trying to put this back to where it was at. It was like, you have to, there's this thing called scoping in, so you got to scope in just to get to the logic system. And I don't know, what's what. Like I said, like you guys see, I'm just going back and forth between what I was doing, trying to get it back in place. But I wanted to test this out because you guys see, this is my area, just messing around with the functions. So this is a drivable car, it's pretty fast, and then you can revamp everything to your liking. But once you wreck into something, you guys see like there's damage. And I like this guy's creation, and it's something that I wanted to work with over time and see how, it goes. So just to see this being done the way it is, it's very impressive to me. And, I thought it was going to be simple to just mess around and play with. But this is basically what a lot of people on this game, goes through. And then you got people like me that are just enjoying people's creations. So this is this guy's different camera views, which I didn't even know he had. And then you look at the first person, just how all detailed, as you guys can see. Even the details on the interior, people take the time and effort to do. And like even getting the numbers on the dashboard and the lights, that's all handmade. Like I don't know how they do it. So you guys seeing like the x-ray cosmetic of what the logic system does to make these things possible. So all the changing cameras and all that stuff is what people basically do. So here's another one that I was messing around with. So this is like a first, or not first person, but third person shooter, and you guys see how freaking complicated it is. Now with this guy, he basically made a template. So it's an asset that I can reuse. So I can use any of these things that he put into his level and use as my own. But this dude's creation, like, how in the hell? How did this not confuse the hell out of him? Like, I'm trying to look for basic, like, I guess sliders for certain things, and I couldn't find it whatsoever. If I want to retweak an animation, I don't even know where I gotta go for it. So that was just all in that big old long box that's underneath the player that's hidden. So I revamped the character, made him look a little bit different, so I was able to figure that out. Then here I am messing with physics. Like I was trying to watch tutorials on how to make destructible stuff, and now the two videos I was watching, it was so complicated to me. I literally sat here for 7 hours trying to figure out the most simplest way of me just messing around with the logic, which sometimes I do that because I have to learn on my own as well, because sometimes trying to watch somebody else's tutorial is not the greatest. So right here I just took a animation box and like I guess a detector, I forgot what it was called, a trigger zone. And so basically it's like when I go into this trigger area, it's going to trigger all this to physically break. So I was trying to figure out the longest how to make anything breakable, because I want to use other people's creations, because I'm not the best at creating anything, designing. So like this house, for example, there's people in the community that are able to design houses that looks very well. Like all this, I don't know how to do. I don't know how to design the fence, any of that stuff. I figured out how to like cut up each thing, so that's why you guys see a bunch of lines and cutouts of the exterior. And basically, I wanted all that to just be demolished, because when I was watching the tutorial videos of how to make things breakable, it was like, bruh, I don't even know how they do that. So I wanted to make the staircase breakable and just the corner of this house breakable so far, before going on and figuring out how to make this entire house breakable. At the same time, I didn't want to showcase the breaking areas, but I don't know how to bypass that. So I'm still learning. So I want to make it where I crash the car and boom, everything breaks. But you guys see I still have one piece that kind of is not like effective, so I didn't get everything, but you guys see the logistics of it. So it's just me playing around trying to figure out things because I want to make a destructible environment where anything's destructible. So that's my whole go-to right now. So right here I'm going to show you guys a little bit of another area. So I made a ground floor with kind of like realistic movement grass. Still using that car that's breakable, but I wanted to, not use it and then like use something else. So I want to have the option to like possess this, drive it, right, but not use it, but use something else like the soldier. So I put a gun on the soldier. I messed with the movement, trying to make it more realistic. I believe I have a crouch button. Yep, so this is my crouch. Still issues with it when I initially do it. And I think that's all I have. But this gun automatically shoots. And I don't know how to kind of stop that. There's times where it kind of just stops. I think there's a reload. Yep, reload animation. But, me trying to mess around with it. Like, I want him to aim and then all that good stuff. Like, I'm trying to revamp this character model. So I added the gun for him to hold, but the gun automatically shoots. So it's me just messing around with the stuff. But, while I'm controlling one thing, I want to like get out of it and then control something else, which I'm able to do. But as you guys see right there, I hold to drive, or I do other buttons that the other character does. So if I go forward, the gun shoots. If I push square to turn on the lights, I think the guy reloads. Sometimes it works like that, but that's my whole thing for the game I'm trying to make. Just making where you're able to use different characters and props and whatever and toy around with it. So that's one thing I'm trying to do in this one, just for a learning experience. So after I got all that situated with the house and the car, for the house to make the certain areas, like the stairs in the corner, to be breakable once it collides, I wanted to capture a jet coming down and shooting up the house and make it breakable, but I haven't got that far to make it work yet. But I wanted to try to capture it. So they got this capture mode with these capture cameras where you can make cinematic captures. And so I was dealing with this, which is complicated as hell. And then you guys see my jet way up in the sky. So I had to manually use this and capture it, which is a cool feature, but it's very hard to do. So I'm going to let this play out and let you guys enjoy the rest of it, which is very short. But if you guys ever experienced this, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this. And I recommend you guys give it a try. Let me know how you guys do. Until next time, I'll see you guys later, and I'm out. Peace.